Hey.
Hey. Hi, Anit,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. It's good to meet you. Thank you for meeting me on such short notice.
Oh, that's okay. I was expecting that we will be having our call last night at my time, but
Yeah,
that's
I'm so sorry. I'm it was just a little bit rough. I got into a bit of an accident and
Oh no.
on the road and just kind of shifted everything a little bit. But
Yeah, is everything okay now?
yeah, everything's good. Yeah, everything's good. No
Yeah.
problem. It was minor, but yeah, everything's good. So I appreciate your patience and for agreeing to meet with me now.
No worries.
Um, but yeah, I sent over that bit of information about what it is that I'm looking for.
Yep.
Does that sound like something you would be able to do? You're able to manage, and if so, do you have any experience in this type of advertising?
Yeah, I just want to go into the someone who specialized with the list that you provided. In terms of PPC, or let me just focus on the things that I can't do for now so that it'll
Perfect.
be clear for us. Email marketing, I know the basic, but I'm not that expert with it. In
Yeah.
terms of, I think that's the only, and with the PPC, I am more on sales or conversions, but I also have an experience with PPC. So those are the tools that I'm not that confident. But in terms of market research, market strategy, ad optimization, with the ad copy, most of the time it is the job of a copywriter to do that. But if you have some SOP that you'd like me to follow with this one, I'll be okay working on it with the audiences and adjusting the ads. I can definitely work on that. With the reports, do we have something to, like a format that I need to follow with the reports? Yeah, but I can work with the reports and social media management. Are we talking about the organic posting, like the notifications and all?
Yeah, so maybe let me kind of like simplify what I'm looking for. I'm gonna be honest with you. I copied and pasted from a previous listing that I had, just to kind of give you a general idea. But essentially, what I'm looking for is much simpler. I'm not looking for social media management. I'm not looking for even email marketing. The main thing I'm looking for is somebody who's going to strategize and manage pay-per-click ads for Facebook, for Meta, Facebook, and Instagram. This is the primary thing that I'm looking for. So we have we have a social media management team, and we have writers for content that we create.
Yep.
But the main thing I'm looking for is somebody who's able to, look at the ads, watch the ads, see how they're performing, and then make adjustments based on their what they're seeing.
Yep.
I see that this watch time is low, so you would tell the media production team to create a different ad or to re-edit an ad or to create a new, things like that. So this is the main thing. It's just managing the pay-per-click ads.
Yeah.
So tell me this then. What is it that you specialize in? What is your, sort of what's your expertise? What are you most comfortable doing?
I have been working with e-commerce businesses for almost 5 years now, doing meta ads, and 3 years under real estate. But I did have some side projects, same with the businesses that you mentioned, clinics and events. So I'm very aware that it's more on prioritizing the lead generation and also the awareness for these businesses. Especially you mentioned that these are small to mid-tier businesses, right? And
Yeah.
the the main thing in here is to try to maximize the budget, because for small businesses there aren't really spending that much with their ads. So we need to make sure that on to show them on how it's gonna impact once the campaign has been active.
Yeah, exactly. And what are some of the ways that you optimize the ad spend budget?
I'm sorry.
What are some of the strategies that you use to maximize ad spend budget or optimize the ad spend?
I am optimizing the budget. There are several. Are we talking about the metrics that I'm looking into when scaling the budget?
Well, you mentioned. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that it's important for us when we're working with small to mid-tier businesses to maximize their ad spend, essentially optimize it in a way that every dollar that they spend, we're being smart about it, right?
Yeah. If it's not honestly, if it's not getting enough reach, return, and if it's really not getting that much traction, I'm definitely going to look into what's wrong with it first before just killing it off. There might be something wrong with the links or something first. I'm gonna troubleshoot it first or review how it has been set up with everything that we have on the ad. And then if it's all good and if it's something with the image or with the website or something that's wrong, we'll definitely work on that. And then if it's with the audiences, it's more like troubleshooting, because I can't definitely say that it's just because, oh, I'm gonna kill this image because it's not working. Probably it's because of the other factors as well.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And that's something that we typically try to do, is that on a weekly basis, we're looking at the ads and their performance, and we are looking at different metrics to decide what is the best course of action to take next. Sometimes we're seeing things like, there's a lot of link clicks, but there's no conversion. So the first place we go to is the website to see if there's a purchase problem on the website.
Yep.
Different things like this. So you mentioned that your strengths are in e-commerce and in some real estate advertising.
Yeah.
And what exactly were you doing what were you doing in your role when working with those clients?
With the e-commerce, I am building the campaign, strategizing on what type of ads are we going to use, how many ads that we need. Once it's launched, I am actually honestly I'm checking on it on a daily basis to see their performance, to see their trend, and then I'm doing the ad refresh monthly for it. So I'm not really it's like I'm really working into it 7 days in a week to make sure that I'm on top, because one day that you're not looking into ad, there's a lot of money that goes into waste if that ad is not performing during that day. So I also do the reports and also do the research on what's going to be trending, what's going to be working, what ads has been working previously and currently, and how I can optimize it and just inform the media team that I need this kind of ad that they need to produce. Also, if I still have enough time, I also do some competitors research to make sure that we're still to see or get more ideas what's working for them. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So Facebook now, their targeting is super powerful, and typically the way that we have done things in the past is we've left it, the initial audience is very open, so we keep it wide open, and then we let Facebook basically do its thing and kind of hone in on a specific audience that we're looking for. So usually the main thing that I'm needing is, for, like you said, a little bit of market research, saying, okay, this is what events are doing. And then you'll send a concept to the media team and you'll say, hey, I want you to create something like this. Yep. And then it would be up to production to actually create that video and write the video and stuff like that. And then you'll get that video back and the media team will say, hey, here's the 3 ads that you looked for, and then you would then go and set up the campaign. So that's essentially all I'm looking for. And then just managing, the campaigns, just like you mentioned. I think 7 days a week is a little bit much,
Yeah. But that's one thing that I personally preferred, especially if the campaign isn't doing that much well. So if it's struggling, I'm still looking into giving it more time if it's just today, because not every day is a good day for ads as well. So
Yeah,
if it's
absolutely.
it's if it's having a bad day, I'm giving it a day or two to see if the performance gonna improve. But over the weekend, I'm actually expecting that ads are getting much worse compared with a weekday. So yeah, that's the reason why. But I'm not really working like full day on 7 day period.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I got you.
I just want to make sure that I'm still top of it, even though it's weekend.
No, that makes sense. No, that sounds great. So you mentioned you have had some side projects working in events and working, like with clinics and things like that. How confident are you in kind of running these ads? And I'm not looking for somebody necessarily who specializes in running clinic ads or running event ads. These are just a few different types of clients that we have, and we have a lot of different clients. The thing about Facebook is generally the process works the same. We do the market research, and then we test the ads. And the biggest thing for us is the creative, and that's not something that you have to worry about. We have we have a fantastic creative team. I can send you the Instagram information, but we have a really good we have a media department that focuses specifically on creating video ads, and we can create video ads that our competitors cannot create. So this helps out a lot with the ad performance, and that way it makes your job a lot easier. You're able to just kind of run the ad and open, and then just kind of watch it. And then also you can recommend other ads if you saw something online and just said, hey, create something like this. One thing that I am curious about is whenever you do set up the ads, you mentioned that typically you would have a copywriter, like a marketing copywriter, write this all of the copy for the ads. This is something that we actually don't have, and in the past, all of my previous ad buyers have also set up the copy along with the campaign. What's your experience like in writing effective copy? Is this something that you can do, or is this something you think that we need someone separate for?
I have been a copywriter 2020 to 2021. Before I have been a media buyer. I do write ad copy for my previous client before, since I work as a full-time copywriter before. And one thing that I can on how confident I am is I am pretty confident on how I write, given that I do understand the business and the targets that we have. But on seeing if it's effective or not, I'm still at the phase that okay, this is what I write and it's gonna be effective. Or I'm gonna propose that these are the ad copy that I've done, and I would like to test it as well.
That's all that I'm looking for. Like I said, my company, we're based in the U.S. and we're very small. Like we're a growing company. We're growing quickly, but we're new. We're new, and I'm not necessarily looking for people who are super experts and with 20, 40 years of experience. I'm looking for people who are who have initiative and they're willing to grow within these companies. They're willing to grow and learn. And another thing is that you're not going to be working alone. I will be here. You'll have the rest of the team to assist you. So we will be working right alongside you to make suggestions and support you in whatever way you need. But my main thing is just experience in copywriting in general will be able to help you, even if you don't know exactly about what clinics are or like what the specific terminology we use within a certain clinic. Basically doing that research, seeing what ads are effective, reviewing what copy that company has, our competitors have, and then utilizing that to kind of craft your own. That's perfectly fine. Like I said before, one of the biggest differentiators between the difference in ad performance is going to be the creative. not necessarily the copy. The copy is important, but if we can, we can even split test different types of copy, and I'll be there to approve or improve the ads if the ad copy if needed.
Awesome.
But I'm not necessarily looking for you to, 100% just, take care of every single thing and make it be just super effective. Sometimes ads, they lose money. Sometimes that's just
that's a reality.
Yeah, reality of marketing, and it's our job to be able to recognize that and adapt from it, not necessarily make sure every single ad is profitable. Some ads will not be profitable, and it's just our job to see that and then make a change.
Yep.
So that's the only thing we're looking for. I'm not looking for 100% success rate. I'm not looking for the perfect copy every single time. I'm not looking for things being done on the first try. I just want somebody who knows the world of marketing and can effectively use their skills to set up these campaigns, and then watch the campaigns and then make the best suggestions. But in terms of like social media management, we have Antonello and Jamila who manage all of the social medias, and they'll be able to work with you to essentially like make sure that the social media and the ads are one and the same, basically, like they're on brand. Both of them are working together. But yeah, I think as long as you know the ins and out of the Facebook ads manager, right? Yep. Like this is the that's one of the biggest things that I'm looking for. Is just somebody who's experienced. You have experience running ads for. If you run ads for real estate, then you can set up a campaign for any other type of company. It's not.
Yeah.
That's
the main difference as well as I experience as well, because I've been working with e-commerce for 2 years, working conversions, and when I start working with real estate, it's a different setup. It's really a different kind of world. So being flexible is something that I'm very thankful for the clients that I work with, for the opportunities that I had with them. And yeah, it's just probably awesome that I do appreciate that you mentioned those types of businesses, so I can look into it if I can work on it or not. But thank you for sharing that you're not looking for 100% success rate. Yeah.
This is impossible. Like I set the tone for our clients. I let the clients know, look, our job is to act as the brain behind your marketing. We're not here to generate your company's sales, for example. We're here to find your audience and get them in front of you and make you look the best that you can. And when that happens, sales happen naturally. They happen naturally. But that process, it takes a little bit of time. And our clients know that it takes time, with marketing. The only thing that they care about is that we are paying attention and we are conscious about their ad spend. They don't want us to just set it and forget it. They don't want us to just set it. The first ad that we shoot, we only shoot one ad. We set it up for a month and then we just let it sit and we don't even worry about it. That's what makes the clients feel like we don't care about them. But if we're testing something because we think that it might work and it doesn't work, and we let them know, hey, we tested this, it didn't work, so we're going to adjust. And the clients are going to be happy with that. And that's essentially what I'm looking for.
Yep, awesome.
So tell me, what is your typical what is your like hourly rate? How do you typically charge? Is this something that you're doing like 40 or 30 or 20 hours a week, or do you charge per client? What is the ideal sort of like payment method?
With a payment, prior to starting, I am initially I prefer working for an hourly basis, to see my compatibility with the client. And once they are very confident with and satisfied with my work, I by the 3-month period, I will ask them if they can provide me a contract if they want me to um be out on of work, because after all, I still pay them some service charge, and it's not that it's kind of expensive as well. With For I know it's really something that we should be talking because it's a breach of contract for Upwork. but that's my process, that to see the compatibility first and to make sure that my client is satisfied with my work. I know that working as a media buyer isn't really much of an hourly rate, but I prefer to do it that way because um, I will still need time to adjust and understand um, how it is to be working in your company, and if I am
Yeah,
able to achieve um, the needs that you want for me to fill in. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Okay. And how many hours? Let's say, how many hours do you have available, or what is your ideal sort of like number of hours per week that you are sort of available for, or that you think you can dedicate?
Yeah, for starters, I usually offer 20 hours first, and then
Okay.
I if the workload has increased, I will let you know that I'm over the time for these hours and I might need some additional hours for this week or for this month. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, 20 hours. And remind me your hourly rate?
My hourly rate is $15 an hour.
Okay, 15 an hour.
Yep.
And how many ads or how many clients do you think you could manage within that time, within that given time?
How many clients do you usually expect me to handle?
Um, so we have, I'm trying to see how many clients we have.
Yep.
So right now we're running ads. I'm needing ad management for about 5 clients. This is a like a cafe, and I'll send you the links to these people. But it's a cafe, an event, a print shop, uh, a clinic,
Mm-hmm.
and actually, that's it. Let me see. Maybe it's 4. It's between 4 and 5.
All right. And how many campaigns do we usually have per client?
Almost always, we only have 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
For almost all of the clients right now, we only have 1 campaign. For I think the cafe one, we have 2. We have an awareness campaign and then a conversion campaign, like a sales campaign for like sweets
Yeah,
to purchase.
I think during my first weeks, I can commit with 2 to 3 clients for now to see on how am I gonna work on with others. If I still have enough time, I'll let you know that, hey, can you give me more info with the other clients so I can take a look into it and work if I can work on it as well. If we only have 1 campaign, I'm looking into creating some other campaign structures also. So I want to focus on the first 2 to 3 clients first to see if it's gonna work with them. Afterwards, we can um, try it with other businesses once it if it worked.
Okay, that
What
makes
do you think
sense.
of that?
I think it's doable.
Yeah.
I think that so typically on an hourly basis, it's just preferred. It's preferred for me to set up automatic payments as opposed to like you logging hours.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a preference, then I prefer to set up just automatic payments, meaning that you dedicate a certain amount of hours, and you are just available for some of that time. Now, I'll tell you one other thing. I'm not big on hours. Like I don't like hours all that much, just because hours is a commitment of time, and I don't care about time. You can work one day of the month, and if you get all of your work done in that one day for the month, then you can do whatever you want. It does not matter to me what you do with your time. I'm not a big on basically trading your time.
Yep.
And this is just the type of company that I prefer, because I work very quickly myself. So I can get lots and lots of work done within the first week of the month, and then the rest of the month I'm kind of a little bit more relaxed.
Okay.
You're having to log your hours every week. That means that your first week's hours are going to be super effective, and then the next 3 weeks of work are going to be just just kind of you're just trying to get the hours in. So my preferred way is to set up automatic payments that go out based on an estimated amount of time that you're going to be dedicating.
Yep.
And then basically we work from there. I think at 3 clients, 20 hours is a little out of my budget for 2 to 3 clients. But I do think 2 to 3 clients would be a good place to start. I also think that I'm gonna try to show you a little bit more about the process and how we set these ads up.
Yeah.
For the media buyer, essentially what you're doing is my laptop is messed. It's like broken right now. I don't know what's going on, but essentially what you're doing is we use Notion and Slack to manage all of the tasks that are kind of like that take place within the company, and I try to make it as easy as possible for you to kind of get a message across. So you'll essentially open up like a page, and then you'll write a concept for the type of ad you're wanting, or the type of ads that you're wanting, and then you'll add a reference video or photo or graphic, whatever it is that you like, and then from there that you just hit send, and then it sends to the production, and then you don't see it again until it's sent back to you, and you'll be pinged whenever an ad is ready.
Yep.
From there, we have templates. We use ChatGPT a lot. I'm not gonna lie. We use
everyone's best friend.
Exactly. I have GPTs for reporting. I have GPTs for captioning. I have GPTs for basically everything that are built within the company that make your job really easy. So for the reports,
if that's the case, then we can do, if you feel like it's not really worth it for 2 to 3 clients. What I'm only concerned is that I want to make sure that I'm not really fully committing myself into, I can manage all those 5 clients right away, but I think once I get the hang of it, I can actually work on those clients and we can acquire more clients.
Yeah, definitely. I'm 100% with it. My only concern is just the time. I think the time at 20 hours a week, I don't imagine that the ads will, for 3 clients, it would take that amount of time. I think at 2 to 3 clients, it would be less time. I mean, I'm not sure 100%, but maybe what we can do, if you want, is you can log the hours in the beginning, if you think that'll be easier. The only issue
or we
is
can
that,
we can just to make it easier, we can go with the project automatic payments, because this is it's not gonna right, we can't really measure it by an hourly rate, because what we use in this field is our brain and our analyzation. Yeah, that's just one of the things that I actually putting into consider with my clients. But if you suggest that we can go with automatic payments, I'm good with it. And still learning about the process. Yeah, whatever works. And whatever is easier. I'm okay with it.
Okay. Okay. I'm thinking if we're gonna do it based on a if we're going to do it based on an automatic payment sort of method, then how about you give me a price per client? So let's say we're working with 2 clients. Give me an idea of what you would charge for ad management for a client, and we can do it based on that. What typically is your I don't know if this is a breach, but
It really depends on the workload. I can't really decide because it depends on the honestly it depends on what's the current status of the campaign, because from there I can really provide how much I usually charge.
okay.
But considering that this is a small and to mid businesses, there is a challenge for it, especially if it doesn't matter if it's a startup or not, but if they are still new into ads, it really takes a lot of time to work on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so some of these ads are already successful. Actually, most of the ads are successful, and most of them we have pixels that are set up that have that have data that have shown success in the past. I mean, I completely understand where you're coming from because it took us a lot of time to set them up to begin with. But I understand that you would probably have to see them. But just give me kind of a rough idea. Somebody is reaching out to you and say, hey, I need you to run ads on a monthly basis. What's sort of a standard rate that you have?
Honestly, my standard rate is $15 per month, 1,500.
1,500.
Yeah, per month per client. Yeah, that's my base rate.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Okay.
if we are starting and looking into it, it depends on your how much is your budget. I am really open into meeting halfway.
Yeah. So per client, 1,500. This is USD.
Yes.
1,500 USD per client. Okay. So our we charge here um for ads under $1,000 per client to manage their ads.
Yep.
And we charge probably about 2,000 per month for like full service.
Okay.
So we may not be able to afford your expertise. But I definitely am not. I don't want to undervalue your work. I believe that I know that there are people that charge significantly higher rates than us, but we're a new company, so my biggest thing is trying to provide value for our clients early on. That's why our prices are super competitive here in the U.S. Even if I were to try to meet you halfway, I think that it might just be a little out of reach for me at the moment.
Yep.
Let me think about it. What I'll do is I'll put together a proposal and I'll send it. And if it's not what you're looking for, I completely understand. We might just be in different, we might be in an earlier phase in our business right now. So I'll put together a contract and send it over, and you can kind of let me know what you think about it.
Of course, and I really appreciate that you put into consideration. But I just want to congratulate you with your business. I know that it has been super successful. I am really looking forward to be part of it. But yeah, I also don't want to like really adjust my budget like very low just to be part of the company, because I
Yeah,
want to give the very best that I can, and I really super value my worth and my work. I also invest with my learnings into ads, which I know that I can really contribute in helping the company grow. Yeah, so I'll just wait for your proposal, and then
yeah,
I'll definitely give you a feedback with if I'm gonna accept it or not. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, and that's all I can ask for. And I really appreciate your honesty, and that's gonna help me out a lot. And I appreciate you for taking the call and taking the time, and taking the time to listen to what I have to offer. And yeah, we'll be in touch soon.
Yep, thank you so much for your time as well. Have a little.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.